I left Navy in 1946. Yeah. Then I got married and after I'd been cooking 8 years in the Navy, I decided I may as well stick to cooking. I got where I liked it and I started cooking at a place they called the High Hat.
Back then it was, fire rate was a lot. We didn't have what a full house like we got now. And it was different type of people. Well, they had money and whatnot and stuff like that. It was a lot different tablecloths at night. And gee, I feel funny without a necktie on. I used to wear a necktie every day. When I first started here, there was 2 of us upstairs and Elfie that took care of the upper floors. We took care of the dining room. One of us took care of the dining room and the back of the house. Well, of course, when I come here, there was one here ahead of me. Well, 2 ahead of me anyhow, Elfie and Dave. I was over to 5H talking with Jack. And I asked him how you like to come over our place, the Deke House, and work. He said yes.
I left there and then I went over to MIT, one of the frat houses at MIT, Deke House at MIT, and I stayed there. 42 years I worked there. See. Yeah.
But when I was there, we didn't have all that shit contract, you know. We didn't have all that. Me and Jack don't know what a contract is. Don't even know what it looked like.
How'd you start Jack?
Come in and cook. He didn't sign no papers or nothing like that.
Then you start paying him.
Yeah, that's all. But now I don't know. I see people come in there and give them a piece of paper and whatnot. You sign it, but I never sat down and read what a contract is. I don't know what the contract is. I've been around with all kind of chefs now. I gotta use nice English. But Jack, I hired Jack, and I've been along with him for quite a few years. Because there's me and Jack down there cooking in the kitchen. You see the difference in the kitchen? When back then we had parties, then it ain't nothing what they had compared to what they have now. Back then we had parties that last from Friday till Sunday. They broke up Sunday afternoon.
They were dressed
up? They had to come in and dress up like the gay 90s stuff, you know, they wore back then, suits and all that, and derbies and stuff like that. We had a tent out in the backyard in the parking lot to cover the whole parking lot out to the street. It was nice the first time. The second time we caught the tail end of a hurricane and it took up the second tent and whatnot. But we still had a nice time though.
Tom has done his best to fill the shoes of Jack, but frankly, Banana Goody isn't the same since Jack left.
I made one thing they seemed to like most was the banana pudding I used to make for dessert. Banana pudding.
They call it Banana Goody?
Call it Banana Goody. I'm trying to think who started Banana Goody. What the heck was his name now?
And Lou, I mean, Lou in terms of, being the effective house father to everyone. I mean, God knows he bought me my first beer I ever had. It's been downhill ever since.
That, George Mayberry.
Yeah, well, Mayberry.
Pick him out along with it. It looks the same.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, I think they had one time we had, I don't know if he was a professor or something big with MIT. They just took his car, he had some little built car, I don't know if he built it or what. And they picked it up and put it up on the top of the dumpster. We had a dumpster out there then, they put the car up in there. And of course he come back, he laughed, it was fun to him too. It was fun. And they helped them take it down and whatnot. Yeah, we used to go on, this was the time we used to go out and get underprivileged children and have a little Christmas party for them and whatnot. They had a couple of kids here and they brought them here. They got them young ass kids want to know where the beer is. Where's the beer? When I first started working here, women weren't allowed to sleep in the house. Nowhere. We had one guest room. if she was from out of town or something like that, she could sleep there. But other than that, women weren't allowed to sleep in the house like they do now. Because if she did, she better be out here before Alfie come in the morning, going to be his ass. And she, whose woman it was, she would cuss the woman out and cuss him out. And you ought to see him trying to fly out of here before she get here. And then sometimes she gets smart, come in a little early. Back then, when we have a party, now you might clear one whole floor, like the biggest floor would be the 4th floor. All women, dates and whatnot would stay up there. Of course, where the brothers stayed, we didn't care where they stayed. They just sleep together, bunk up there in a room with one another, you know. But they always had it. And then sometime Alfie would chaperone. Then when she couldn't chaperone or couldn't make it in, you know, when something was going on, my wife would come in and do it.
After Alfie died, did it become more easygoing with women in the house? Or?
Yeah. That's when it started. That's when it started.
You allowed it to happen, then?
No, well, sometime I'd raise hell with them about it. I wouldn't see her maybe not again, you know. If they knew I was coming, they wouldn't have her here. But they did do it that way there for a while.
So what kind of dinners do you remember making?
Oh, I used to make roast beef dinners and turkey. Make turkey with stuffing, cornbread stuffing. I make that. I love that. And I used to make baked stuffed potatoes. I like to make those things. Yeah. Good roast beef. I'd always get good roast beef. Have that.
And hamburgers.
Hamburgers, yeah, cheeseburgers and hamburgers.
You call them jack burgers.
Yeah, jack burgers, yeah. Make them put real meat in that. Make them put green pepper and stuff like that. They enjoyed that, really. I enjoyed making the hamburgers better than anything. Yeah.
Where they used to have who could eat the most.
Yeah,
Those jack burgers.
Yeah, jack burgers. You want to eat them more. Yeah, some of the guys will eat 3 and 4 of them. You know, so man, how the hell do you do it?
Remember the record?
I don't remember his record.
Goober Wilson.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's like 7.
Yeah. Man, goodness. All hamburgers they are sick too. But I don't know how the hell they did all that.
How's that cough, Lou? It sounds like you're coughing a lot. Is it okay?
Cigarette.
Yes, cigarettes.
That's what they all say. That's what they all tell me.
That's where it's coming from. Is a cigarette?
Yeah, that's what they tell me. It's cigarette.
Well, you've only smoked once in the interview so far.
Well, I don't smoke that much, so.
You're smoking a lot less.
Well, and then you know yourself, I used to drink, but I don't drink as much as I used to now. I slowed down on my drinking habit now.
Yeah.
I think the only time I had a drink now was Saturday. I had 2.
Cooper, I think was. Every time we turn around, we was serving taking dinner. Every time we turn around, he's making bring me a drink. Wait, take it easy. I can't take it anymore. I take a sip and sit at the side. Look, I hadn't finished that drink, but he's coming with the second drink. Hey, wait, hold it up now. So, but I enjoyed that. Cooper. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
So how'd you get along with Lou? Is that?
God, I was swell, like 2 brothers, you know. And he was a good guy to work with, really. Yeah. One night Lou got high though, and he was not able to function, you know. Oh man.
What happened then?
I had to kind of carry him along, you know, help him do the job he was supposed to do.